Okay. Um, just gonna pause that. Oh boy, okay. We haven't streamed in a while because we meant to, and then we got sick. So we're still a little bit sick. But it's fine. So I didn't plan this. I should really start writing scripts. But that's work, and we do enough work as it is. Our job isn't like a 9 to 5 normal job, but we do work a lot. So yeah, I'm not gonna get into that. Allura can, or Val if they want to. So hi, my name's Corvan. I look like that in the inner world. I'm our current host. I use they, he pronouns. I've got my name and pronouns and role all down there. I am the result of a fusion between our most recent host before me, Corey, and a previous gatekeeper and persecutor named Evan. Evan and Corey ended up dating for a while, and they ended up fusing towards the end of January of this year, I think. And that was due to just stress. And they needed it because that was our most recent court date, was last day of January, when our abuser decided to pay like $200. Not actually 200, but it was like 170 or 180 or something, so I'm just gonna say 200 to try and get a restraining order against us, which they are not entitled to, which the courts also agreed, which is why that didn't happen. But yeah, the stress of having to go to court again, and the stress of trying to prepare to disprove evidence that didn't exist. And because them TM was making accounts with our name and profile pictures and sending harassment to themselves to make it look like it was us harassing them to try and get us in trouble, which is really shitty. But I'm not going to get into that. But it was like the stress from that and just needing more stability that caused the fusion. And I think they knew that it was probably going to happen at some point. Just because of how close Corey and Evan both were. But it was definitely needed. I do miss being both of them. But I'm also a hell of a lot stronger now. Like before, Corey was so timid. Like so timid. So apologetic about everything. I have a lot of Corey's traits. but I've also got some of Evan's. Like, Evan didn't take any bullshit. I'm more assertive. I'm not aggressive like Evan tended to be. I'm definitely a lot more confident in myself and my abilities. I'm still very awkward like Corey was, but I don't think I'm the same level that they were. Because they were very. Favorite spot in the inner world is probably still the same as Corey's. I think that was Evan's too, which is we have like a forest. So our inner world is an island in the middle of a tropical ocean. And there's like a huge mansion on the island, and then there's this like huge forest. And in the forest, kind of like on the outskirts of it, there's like a cliff. And I just like going there and sitting up on the top and just like watching the sunset and sunrise in our inner world. Who am I closest with? I might actually have to say Allura, because she's been very active in front ever since we started this new job, which it's been going pretty well. Definitely not the most stable, but nothing in our life has ever really been stable, so that doesn't surprise me. But it's helping Allura work through some trauma. What else about myself? I like drawing still. I haven't done any writing since I want to say end of March. Yeah, days are too blurry. I can't focus on specifics. Something is not letting me. Yeah, I can't focus on just random thoughts right now, so I'm going to get right into this. Okay. Oh, and if you have questions for me, feel free to ask in chat or in the comments, because this will be uploaded to YouTube, like all of our streams. Okay. You regularly make new friends. I'm going to say I agree a little bit on that. Yeah, I agree a little bit on that. It's a bit. Yeah. You spend a lot of your free time exploring various random topics that pique your interest. Agree very strongly. I just did that today, actually. Seeing other people cry can easily make you feel like you want to cry too. I'm gonna say slightly disagree. It would probably be higher if we were not on our medication, because our medication makes it very difficult to cry. You have to make a backup plan for a backup plan. Strongly disagree. You usually stay calm even under a lot of pressure. Gonna disagree. I'm better than Corey was. At social events, you rarely try to introduce yourself to new people and mostly talk to the ones you already know. Strongly agree. Going up to random people just seems weird. You prefer to completely finish one project before starting another. Strongly disagree. I do not do that at all. You're very sentimental. No, slightly agree. You'd like to use organizing tools like schedules and lists? Yes. Even a small mistake can cause you to doubt your overall abilities and knowledge. Corey would have said strongly agree. I'm going to say slightly agree. Feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and striking? No. That sounds like the worst thing. That is my own personal hell. You are not too interested in discussing various interpretations and analyses of creative works. What would that entail? Why did I just use the word entail? I'd never use that word. I'm gonna stay neutral on that just because I don't know what it's really asking. More inclined to follow your head than your heart. Ooh. Slightly disagree. You usually prefer just doing what you feel like at any given moment instead of planning a particular daily routine. I mean, I would like a routine, but because I'm in a DID system, I can't really do that because we never know who's going to be out and when they are going to be out, which also makes things like streaming difficult. Speaking of, we actually had the host of one of our subsystems front. Was it yesterday? Which we only knew that they did because of our app that we use, and because of TikTok, and because of Discord messages, and because of what was on our screen, what was in our tabs. I mean, I would like to, so I'm going to say agree. You rarely worry about whether you make a good impression on people you meet. Disagree. You enjoy participating in group activities. I'm going to say slightly agree. You like books and movies that make you come up with your own interpretation of the ending. Sometimes. Honestly, it depends. I listen to a lot of grim dark readings, specifically My Little Pony, because that's what I usually draw, that's what I'm interested in. And some of them, especially the psychological horrors. Yeah. What's up? Hi. You okay? What's up? Sorry, we're sick still. Everything good? If you don't want to talk about it, you absolutely don't have to. Your happiness comes more from helping others accomplish things than your own accomplishments. Slightly disagree. I like doing my own things. Yeah, that's fine. Lurk away. I completely understand. I'm just doing this little personality test, and if you miss anything, it'll be up on YouTube after. Which I think it should be linked in, like, our little channel thingy. You're interested in so many things that you find it difficult to choose what to try next. Usually, yes, and then I end up just not doing anything because there's too much. You are prone to worrying that things will take a turn for the worse. I'm going to agree. Corey would have said strongly agree. You avoid leadership roles in group settings. Agree. You're definitely not an art. Disagree. I'm very artistic. I think the world would be a better place if people relied more on rationality and less on their feelings. I mean, but people's feelings matter. You prefer to do your chores before allowing yourself to relax. I mean, slightly agree, mostly because we just don't usually have the energy to do anything. You enjoy watching people argue. It depends on what the argument is. On TikTok, we are a moderator for someone that we're friends with who does, like, debate live streams a lot. And just, like, it's very entertaining when people disagree and then come up into the box and say the dumbest things. So I'm going to say agree. If I'm not in the argument, then fine. Tend to avoid drawing attention to yourself. Agree. Your mood can change very quickly. Agree. You lose patience with people who are not as efficient as you. That depends. It depends on what we're doing, what the situation is, and why they aren't as efficient. Because if, like, they have a disability or like something like that, then that's completely different than someone who is completely capable and just being lazy. So if we're going off of the situation, I'm going to say slightly disagree. You often end up doing things at the last possible moment. Agree. You have always been fascinated by the question of what, if anything, happens after death. I used to be. Or maybe that was. So another tricky thing is when I was Corey didn't know that they were any different than Drew for a very long time. Like until the end of 2021. Right? think it was like October or November of 2021 is when. What year is it? Oh my god, okay. Jeez, I can't do dates. But they didn't know for a very long time that they were any different from our previous host, Drew. So a lot of their memories are like mixed up and blurry. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Hi to both of you. For some reason, my brain isn't wanting to see. My brain doesn't accept that 2022 happened. Like, it just doesn't. There's something or someone does not want me to think about 2022, so I guess I will just not. I'm gonna say slightly agree. Jeez, this is a mess. You usually prefer to be around others rather than on your own. I'm gonna say slightly disagree. You become bored or lose interest when the discussion gets highly theoretical. No, not really. You find it easy to empathize with a person whose experiences are very different from yours. Slightly agree. You usually postpone finalizing decisions for as long as possible. Agree. You rarely second guess the choices that you have made. Or used to a lot, but I don't nearly as much. After a long and exhausting week, a lively social event is just what you need? No. A long-ass nap in my bed is what I need. You enjoy going to art museums. I've never been to an art museum. Ooh. Can I ask what game you're playing? You don't have to answer. I'm just curious. I think I would get bored pretty quick. You often have a hard time understanding other people's feelings. Disagree. I like to have a to-do list for each day. I would like to, but I don't really feel insecure. Slightly agree. You avoid making phone calls. Agree. Ooh. We've heard of that game, but I don't think we've ever seen any gameplay of it or anything. You often spend a lot of time trying to understand views that are very different from your own. Disagree. In your social circle, you were often the one who contacts your friends and initiates activities. First of all, what social circle? Second of all, no. If your plans are interrupted, your top priority is to get back on track as soon as possible. I'm I just got hit with heavy deja vu. Wow, that is uncomfortable. Okay. I'm gonna say slightly agree. You're still bothered by mistakes that you made a long time ago. I mean, not really. Rarely can contemplate the reasons for human existence or the meaning of life. Agree, I need to ground. Holy shit. Okay, I'm just gonna keep this here. Ooh, nice. We gotta get back into playing that. Your emotions control you more than you control them. I'm going to say agree. You take great care not to make people look bad, even when it's completely their fault. No. If it's their fault, they need to own up to it. Take responsibility. Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy. Yes. When someone thinks highly of you, you wonder how long it will take them to feel disappointed in you. No. You would love a job that requires you to work alone most of the time. Yeah, and that's what our current job is. Oof, that is a mood. We do that a lot. You believe that pondering abstract philosophical questions is a waste of time. I don't know. You feel more drawn to places with busy, bustling atmospheres. Disagree. You know at first glance how someone is feeling. Not really. Often feel overwhelmed. Yes. You complete things methodically without skipping over any steps. Slightly agree. You're very intrigued by things labeled as controversial. I mean, literally anything can be labeled as controversial. And it doesn't mean that it's actually. Like, basic human rights are labeled as controversial. And it shouldn't be. You would pass along a good opportunity if you thought someone else needed it more. No. You struggle with deadlines. Yep. You feel confident that things will work out for you. They will. Okay. What is my results? INTPT. Logician. That makes sense. But I don't know. It's. If their views are like pineapple on pizza is good, then sure, I'll hear them out. But if their view is like trans people don't deserve to be treated equally, then absolutely not. No, I didn't. I don't know if I would say that I'm attracted to it. That honestly depends on like the situation and my mood in the moment and how many other things that I've got going on. Because sometimes I will argue and other times I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna go bang your mom now. Like, it completely depends. Okay. Introverted, definitely agree. Intuitive. Imaginative, open-minded, and curious. Thinking, focus on objectivity and rationality, often dismissing emotions in favor of logic. I don't agree with that one. They tend to see effectiveness as more important. Okay, that sentence I agree with. Prospecting individuals are very good at improvising and adapting to opportunities. They tend to be flexible, nonconformists who value novelty above stability. Yes. Turbulent individuals are self-conscious and sensitive to stress. Wow. Ouch. Call me out more. Okay, let's see. Imaginative and curious. Reputation for being pensive, detached, and a bit reserved. After a long day, they crave time alone to consult their own thoughts. Yes. I don't know if I would I don't know if I'd analyze patterns. In other words, it's a bad idea to lie to them. That, yes. They rarely mean to be dishonest, but with their active minds, they sometimes overflow with ideas and theories that they haven't thought through all the way. They may change their mind on anything, yes. Without ever realizing that they'd appeared to have made up their mind in the first place, yes. I don't know if I would play devil's advocate, though. Analysis paralysis? Oh, hey, that rhymes. People with this personality type can overthink even the smallest of decisions. This makes them feel ineffective and stuck, so exhausted by the endless parade of their thoughts in their mind that they struggle to get things done. Ouch, call me out more. Strengths and weaknesses. Analytical, original, open-minded, curious, and objective for the strengths. Weaknesses are disconnected, insensitive. I don't know if I agree with that one. Dissatisfied, impatient, and perfectionistic. Yes. From the start, logicians take their relationships seriously. When they finally meet a partner, they connect with on a real level. They don't see the point of playing games, and while they can be quiet, they aren't coy. People with this personality type rarely filter their opinions. Being upfront isn't a sign of rudeness or bad manners. Instead, it's a point of pride, not to mention a way to avoid misunderstandings. Yes. Logicians are especially prone to shutting down when emotional disagreements arise. Rather than slowing down and really listening, they may use their powers of logic to try and prove their partner wrong. Okay. Not easy to be friends with. Logicians don't mind having their ideas challenged. In fact, they have a great deal of respect for people who make them rethink their assumptions and keep them on their toes. I actually agree with that. Small circle of friends. Career paths. Few environments are designed with them in mind, yes. And mathematicians, analysts, researchers, and scientists and physics, engineering and technology. No. All logicians really want is to immerse themselves in an interesting project, and they tend to get annoyed by anything that interrupts this focus. Yes. Workplace status. Innovative and resourceful. I can speak. But in work environments that limit their independence or force them to do grunt work, these personalities may lose motivation quickly. Yes. People with this personality type have many strengths, but completing projects doesn't tend to be one of them. Ouch. Conclusion. I think I don't remember what Nia got. Nia got something. Nia got the Defender, I think. Alright, stay safe. Thank you for joining. Yeah, I think Nia got this one. I think it was dash A. I think it was dash A. INTPA. That's interesting. Okay, well that was my results. Was INTP-T. I think I said A before, but I didn't mean to. So I'm definitely not dash A. I'm dash T. Yeah, so we're getting over this cold, but we still have a cold. So stream should slowly be starting back up again. But I can't promise any specific time or anything, but I'm dissociating a lot, so I'm gonna go. And this will be up on YouTube, so if anyone has any questions for me, anything I didn't touch on, feel free to ask. And yeah, I'm gonna end stream. And yeah, thank you everyone for watching, and bye.